Eh bien, bonjour à toutes et à tous, et bienvenue pour une toute nouvelle vidéo où, c'est vrai, je donnerai un nom au bébé quand j'aurai trouvé Jack. J'ai pris le premier bateau en partance, il fallait que je parte aussi vite que possible. Le contrôle du château est encore très disputé, le bateau n'a pas voulu amarrer là-bas.
You're still here?
Oh, it's you. I'm just trying to get my feet used to good solid ground again. The last bit of our voyage wasn't exactly my pint of ale.
I'm looking for someone. A red-haired mason called Jack Jackson. He came to France about a year ago or so.
A fellow mason, great. Unfortunately, I wouldn't know a thing. After all, I just arrived here with you.
I know, but should you meet someone like that on your journey, tell him Aliena of Shiring is looking for him.
All right. Jack Jackson. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Il est roux.
Thank you. That hammer you're carrying, do you happen to be a mason?
Actually, I am. You have a keen eye, mistress.
I guess I just know a mason when I see one.
To be honest, I haven't been one long. Just finished my apprenticeship in Salisbury. Before that, I used to shear sheep with my parents, but I guess that wasn't really for me. Father still hates me for leaving, though.
Où irait un maçon à recherche de travail?
What will you do to find work here as a mason?
Don't know. That's for me to find out. All I heard was that the wages are better over here.
So you'll just travel from town to town and look for employment?
Right. And I'll start in Lassay. A fellow mason told me about the abbey there. He said these Normans build their churches quite differently than we do back home. I need to see that with my own eyes. Maybe learn a thing or two.
Peut-être que Jack... peut-être Jack a-t-il été voir l'abbaye de l'Essaye. Beaucoup de maçons y vont. J'ai quitté mon ancienne vie, moi
I
aussi.
left my old life as well.
Scary, isn't it? To start off fresh and all
Je suis
that.
d'accord.
Well, you definitely sound more excited than scared.
Oh,
aussi.
I am excited. Wouldn't anyone be?
I don't know. Maybe. Do many masons go to Lassay?
I dunno. It's really just a tiny town. The mason who told me just happened to do some repairs there once. It's likely he told others as well.
Ok, on va partir.
Have a safe journey.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Merci. Il négocie pour le passage. Faire affaire avec les Anglais. Doit bien rapporter. Là, c'est les amours. Un
Good
roux.
day. I am looking for someone. A traveler who came through here last summer. Oh, hush now. I need to talk to this man.
Looks young.
He was born at the beginning of summer.
What's his name?
I haven't given him one yet.
You should. He needs to know who he is. Makes growing up a lot easier. You said you're looking for someone.
I'm looking for the boy's father.
Well, from the look of your baby, I reckon his father has red hair like me, right? Well, I don't know every redhead around these parts. There are quite a few of us. Most of my family here in Cherbourg is ginger.
Oh, his name is Jack Jackson, and he is a mason.
No. No, sorry. I haven't seen him.
Il lui a appelé
And I
pas
come
Jack,
here every
quoi.
day.
C'est... Waouh.
Maybe May saw him. She helps the sailors get their cargo to the nearby towns. Carries travelers, too.
I'll ask her. Well, thank you.
Pas de Jack. Il n'y a même pas de nom. C'est maçon, pas de Jack pour l'instant. Narrateur. Ils vendent du poisson ainsi que diverses marchandises. Conductrice de carriole.
Hey, you. That's quite a bundle you got there. Where are you headed?
Have you seen a red-haired mason? You must have landed here sometime late last summer.
Another ginger in Normandy? I wouldn't have noticed, even if he was carrying a hammer instead of a fishing rod. Maybe you should ask someone in Barfleur. That's where all the travellers come through, the pilgrims and kings. Their lot rarely lands in Cherbourg, with the fortress passing back and forth between Stephen of Blois and Geoffrey of Anjou. Why you even came to Cherbourg in the first place baffles me.
It was the earliest ship I could get.
You must be in some hurry, madam.
Let's just say I needed to get away before I changed my mind.
Fine with me. Who am I to judge?
Peut-être qu'à Barfleur, quelqu'un aurait vu Jack.
Do you know the road to Lessay?
Been there, seen it. But I hope you're not planning to go there on foot. Tell you what, you give me some coins and I'll treat you to me wagon. You can even change your destination once we're on the road, would you say?
What other routes are there besides going through Barfleur?
Oh, I don't know, really. You need to ask the locals about that. But Barfleur sounds like a good place to start. Shake my hand and I'll take you there. Travelling by coach is a lot less strenuous than walking. Your little worm deserves some warmth and a rocking carriage.
Surtout qu'on n'a pas le choix de prendre la carriole.
Changed your mind? You know, I reserve...
All right, take me out of town.
All right. Where do you need to be?
On a une chance sur deux, je pense qu'on va aller... Oh, le Mont Saint-Michel. Rouen, Le Mans. Ah, on est vraiment en France, hein. Je suis sûr qu'on peut aller vers Troyes, dans l'eau. Ouais.
Lessay was tiny, but as it turned out, worth the trip. In the small abbey church of the Trinity, I met a monk who claimed to have talked to a man fitting Jack's description. He'd been fascinated by the abbey's rib vaulting and had asked the monks countless questions about the place's construction. The monk apologized that he couldn't tell me where Jack had traveled next, but I didn't mind.
C'est vrai.
I lay down to sleep on the floor of the Abbey guest house and, for the first time in almost a year, I felt relief. As I drifted into sleep, I hugged our baby tight and whispered into his tiny pink ear, "We're going to find your daddy."
Oh. C'est mignon. Le Mans, Saint-Michel. Saint-Michel, c'est super spécial. Je pense qu'on peut aller vers Le Mans. Saint-Denis et Paris.
Going to Le Mans reminded me of all the trouble I'd left behind in England. 30 years ago, Le Mans had been conquered by the Plantagenet Geoffrey of Anjou, Maud's husband. And although they'd held it ever since, other noble families kept on pulling at the city, like Maud and Stephen tearing at England.
Ah, super.
There was no sign of Jack, but I got news of a new kind of cathedral being built in Saint-Denis, just north of Paris. It was possible that Jack had gone there to learn from the craftsmen. That was, if he hadn't travelled further south, looking for work in one of the many churches in Tours, the hometown of Saint-Martin.
Saint-Martin. Tours. On peut tenter Tours, hein. Ah, après 2 mois de marche. Tour. Il me rappelle ce que Tom faisait pour la cathédrale de Kingsbridge. Tout ça me paraît déjà si loin. Elles ne sont pas rondes d'habitude. Je n'en ai jamais vu comme ça. Vous le savez tout comme moi, il n'est pas facile d'être une mère.
Good day. Are you the master builder?
What is it?
I'm looking for a mason who may have passed through here. An Englishman with carroty hair. He calls himself Jack Jackson.
A redhead?
Yes. Did you see him? He might have asked for work here.
No, I'm not looking for new masons. We're just doing repairs.
Ah, but was he here?
No, never seen him. Now, stand back, woman. Something could fall on your baby's head.
May I talk to your workers?
No, they're busy. And I can assure you they have nothing to say on that matter.
Perhaps I'll talk to them once they've finished for the day.
It would be a waste of time.
Oh, il cache un truc.
I was told he wanted to come here.
Or maybe he changed his mind.
Are you sure you haven't seen him?
I am.
You hesitated when I mentioned a redhead. Are you sure you haven't seen him?
Yes, I am sure. All right, he was here. Was working for me. But I had to throw him out after 2 or 3 days.
Why?
Because he was all want. Let me redesign the roof, let me make the nave lighter. All pretty ideas, but he never shut up long enough to do the work he was supposed to do. Shit, that man was almost as needy as my son when he was still a brat.
C'est lui.
He does know a lot about his craft.
Well, I know masons like him. They grow up gifted, but without a mote of discipline in their guts.
Oh,
Can't
c'est lui,
work
c'est
with
sûr.
someone like that.
Do you know where he went next?
No idea. Maybe to Limoges or Angoulême. Maybe even to La Rochelle.
La Rochelle.
Seemed to have plans for every cathedral on God's green earth, but none for himself.
I understand. I'll leave you to it then.
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. Ah, il fait un effort, ça. Waouh. Limoges, Angoulême, La Rochelle. Oh, punaise. La Rochelle. Une autre ville disposant... Bah, on va aller vers la
We
cathédrale.
had just left Tours when I suddenly felt dizzy. I stopped and made rest, trying to catch my breath, then lost my breakfast in a ditch at the side of the road. To my horror, our baby too had grown pale, his breath shallow like that of an old man. I tried not to panic, but the next inn was a long distance away and we couldn't stay on the road where it was wet and cold. I managed to walk until the sun had fully risen before I keeled over. A knife merchant who'd been travelling behind me flagged down a coach heading back to Tours and haggled with the coachman to carry me back to an inn.
Oh,
Back
j'aurais
in
pu fermer
Tours,
le
the fever got worse. I remember people carrying me into a room, laying me on a bed. I tried to feed my baby, but after that, everything turned into a blur. When I awoke, Jack was standing next to my bed. He scolded me for following him. "You know you could go anywhere you want," he whispered. "Why be stupid and follow me?" I tried to answer, but he just opened the window and jumped out, heading toward ancient Greece, or maybe all the way to Arabia.
Ouais, le délire.
And in my feverish mind, I followed him.
Ouais, on rêve. La Grèce et l'Arabie. Berceau de la philosophie, la source de la civilisation. Allons dans la direction philosophie.
The further I went, the angrier I got. For years, I'd been fighting for my family. I'd committed myself to an oath to my father. I'd built up a business to sustain it and even married a man I despised so I could create a future for the people around me. I'd known nothing but my duty to the men in my life, while the man I was trying to find lived a life of casual irresponsibility. He traveled the world on a whim to learn about mathematics and philosophy, while I had to raise the child he'd fathered. When could I ever do anything just for myself? I asked the world as I went on.
On marche beaucoup.
I'd travelled in a circle all the way to the edge of the world and back, only to return to the place of our failure. With my eyes closed, I listened to the sound of ripping yarn and crumbling walls, and of coaches carrying good people away into a cloud of crimson dust. When the last moat had settled, I opened my eyes again and found myself in a dirty little room. An old maid was sitting next to my bed and smiled at me, then handed me my baby. Oh, dear God, he still looked so pale. I tried to feed him, but he refused. Oh, please, God, let him live. Don't punish him for my own sins. I gently caressed his head until finally he put his mouth to my breast and drank more and more, becoming greedier with every swallow. We had both been spared. We rested one more day. Then I gathered my things and headed back to the cathedral to thank the Lord for his mercy.
Waouh, c'était chaud quand même là. Ah ouais, on a bien blanchi. Je dois remercier le Seigneur d'avoir épargné la vie de mon bébé. Prendre. Eh bien, vous savez quoi? Eh bien, nous allons arrêter cet épisode ici. J'espère que cette vidéo vous aura plu. Déjà, ça tourne pas trop mal en vrai. On s'en sort. On visite la France, c'est sympa. Mais bon, c'est compliqué là, avoir un enfant là-dedans. Surtout qu'on marche, quoi. J'aurais dû faire demi-tour. Je pensais que c'était pas si loin et finalement, si. En tout cas, je vous remercie d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. Quant à moi, écoutez, je vous dis à très bientôt pour de prochaines aventures.